Hey everybody, Art Burns here. So, self-awareness leads to self-assessment, which then leads to self-confidence, right? That's what I talked about yesterday if you caught the video. If you didn't, check it out. It's pretty interesting stuff because, when we gain a level of self-awareness, right, we are able to really, truly, and honestly and accurately self-assess ourselves, which means to understand our strengths and our weaknesses, right? And now this equals self-confidence, right? Because when you take these both into account, like your strengths and your weaknesses, then you're able to truly have self-confidence, right? Not some sort of false bravado of, and that kind of, sort of false confidence, right? And so what this leads to, this is where it gets really good, is self-confidence that comes from self-awareness and self-assessment. Self-confidence leads to optimism. And optimism is hugely important in your life, okay? When you are optimistic, now they've done researchers and scientists have done studies of people everywhere from insurance brokers to salespeople to all walks of life that have shown that the more you believe in the positive outcome of something, the higher the likelihood of that positive outcome is to be, okay? So meaning optimism is a way to almost manifest the things that you want to achieve in life, right? If you believe you can do it, you can. Henry Ford, right? He says if you believe you can do something or you believe you can't do something, you're right. That's a famous quote by Henry Ford, right? Meaning that if you believe that you're not going to be able to accomplish something, then most likely you will fail, right? However, if you believe that you can accomplish something, then in all likelihood you will succeed in that thing. Okay, so this optimism, this true optimism, right, comes from the kind of self-confidence that I talk about that comes out of the self-awareness and the accurate self-assessment that we have of our strengths and weaknesses. Okay, because optimism is not just, again, it's not some sort of phony belief in something that's going to happen, right? Like, I mean, you can trick yourself for sure, and believing just for the sake of believing is helpful, right? But when you can believe based on the knowledge that you have of what is really happening inside of you accurately, right? Because a lot of times we underestimate our strengths and we overestimate our weaknesses. And when we can really practice a way to develop self-awareness, then we can get an accurate reading on these strengths and weaknesses, which will then lead to true optimism that is unshakable, right? So, and again, folks, it all starts with the self-awareness that we can develop through mindfulness practices. So if you'd like to learn more about how to do this, how to get into some very simple practices, just drop a comment below, send me a message, I'll get you started, and I would love to do that for you. All right, everybody, have a great day. I wish you well. Take care.